Welcome to this week live, and today we are going to do website Q&A, where I'm going to answer some of your questions that you have sent to me through all other videos that I've created and my content across the internet. So we're going to talk about the frequently asked questions with answers and how to turn website visitor into paying client. So stay tuned to the end to see all the questions that I got and the answer I provided for you. If this is your first time watching my video, hello, welcome to this space. And through a platform like this, I helps you to create a website and also show you how to turn your website visitor into paying client. Whether you're just starting out in business or you've been in business for a hot minute and you need help to kind of understand how to optimize your website, how to make good use of your website so that you don't just own a website, but you actually use it to help you grow your business. And the best way to start that is to click the link in the comments of this video, wherever you're watching me from, to book your website clarity call. And that is the way you can start having a conversation about how you can turn your website visitor into paying clients. So let's get started. Why is this question and answer section so important to you? Because you have a business and you also have a website, or you're thinking about having a website. You're asking questions around how you're going to turn website visitor into paying client. What do you need to do? And today we are going to go through that step by step. And just to get something out of the way, your website may not be struggling because you lack traffic. It might be struggling because you are yet to understand what are the things you need to do to be able to turn website visitor into paying clients. So let's get to the first question. You are getting traffic to your website. People are visiting your website, but no inquiry. Why are you getting traffic with no sales? Okay. Now, for inquiry to happen, people need to understand what the offer is, and they need to understand who is it for, and they need to understand what they need to do. Okay. So if visitors are getting to your website and they're bouncing off without taking action, you want to ask yourself this question: where did that website traffic come from, and why did they leave? And most importantly, which section of your page did they leave? Did they stop at the ball four before leaving? Did they scroll down to the middle before leaving? And did they go to the bottom of the page before leaving? What if you don't know where they stop? Where did the engagement drop off before they actually leave? What if you don't know? The first thing is to have a tools on your website that enable you to see how people interact with your site and how they engage with that. And Google Analytics is a free tool that can help you to know where did the website visitors come from, what did they do, why did they drop off, and which section of your page did they stop, so that you don't just get a traffic, but traffic that make inquiry. All right. So if you're getting traffic, you need to understand why are they dropping off and be able to optimize that section for conversion. Now, question number 2: do you need more traffic or a better website? This is a more of egg and chicken kind of question. Which one comes first? Now let's talk about what more traffic would not do. If your website is already not clear, it doesn't have clarity, more traffic will not fix that. Okay? Because website traffic is like the fuel and your website is the engine. If the engine is not working the way it should, more fuel will not fix the problem. Okay. So before you start driving more traffic to your website, you want to look at your website and say, is it designed to convert? Is everything in the right place to help you optimize the clarity that people need to have before they take action on your website? Then when do you need a better website? When you look at your website and you see that your website is not clear, it's confusing to visitors. Navigation is not absolutely clear on how you want people to move in and out, what you want them to do, the next step, or you are not even sure if your website is doing the job. That is when you want to start looking at the design part of your website to see what is going on with your website before you actually drive traffic to that website. So clarity comes first, optimization for conversion comes second, and keeping people on the website, having element on the website, part of features on your website that actually engage visitors, guide them through the process of them becoming your client. When you have done that, that is when you can think about driving more traffic to the website. But do not go all head on with more traffic until your website is designed intentionally to convert. If you're struggling to understand, do you have a better website or should you be driving more traffic? That is when you need website clarity call. And the link is in the comment for you to book that call. Okay. Question number 3: why don't website visitors click the call to action button? Why would you have a visitor that engage with your website but they don't take the next step. They don't take the next action you want them to take. Reason number one is that next step is not clear. I have audited many websites, and what I've seen very often is a website having multiple call to action. So at the bottom section, the call to action is saying a different thing. When they scroll down to the middle of the page, the call to action is saying a different thing. And when they go to the bottom of the page, the call to action is saying a different thing. So the homework for you today is to review your page on your website, the page that you find to be the most important. If that is your home page or your service page or your about page or your call to or your contact page, I want you to review that important page on your website. And I want you to look at how the call to action is positioned. Where did you put it? Do you have too much text blocks around it? Is it absolutely clear what you want people to do? Is the next step clear? And is there anything in that section where the button is that could be distracting your website visitor instead of guiding them? Okay, so that's what you want to do. And how you determine which page of your website is most important is to actually look at the page that gets the most traffic. Because if you're already getting traffic to that page and people are not clicking your call to action button, there's a lot you could review there to help you optimize that. So look at your website to understand how is your call to action button directing visitors to take action. Is it giving them multiple pathway, multiple ways to do things? Is it saying different thing at different sections? Call to action clarity is important if you want people to take action on your website. Now let's take us to question number 4. What makes a website turn visitor into clients? And this question is one of the best questions that I like the most. And the reason is because you want to know what make it work. We have been discussing what doesn't make it work. So what actually make it work? Each page on your website needs to have a single objective. And that is helping you turn website visitors into paying clients. And if that is the goal, you want to ask yourself, what is the step they need to take for that to happen? And what make a website to convert? It's a website that have a single call to action options, and also clarity that guide through the page. So from the upper fold of the page to the footer of the page is guiding visitor to one single destination. And that is what make a website turn visitor into paying client. So if your website is leading people to multiple destinations, let me explain what I mean. If you're asking people to sign up to your newsletter, book a discovery call with you, read your blog, subscribe to other things, you are asking them to do too many things. I want you to streamline what you want people to do on your website and only focus on one single thing that's going to lead them to become your paying client. So my question to you is, if somebody land on your home page right now, what is one action you want them to take that will make them to become your client? Start from there, and it would help you start getting that clarity on what is missing on that page and what's the best way to optimize that page for conversion. Now, let's get into question number 5. What role does trust play in turning visitors to clients? Okay, people need to trust what you do. So when people don't actually click the button to become your paying client, it's not that they lose interest in your services or your offer. It's just because what you're doing, they don't see element of trust. An element of trust on a website goes beyond adding testimonial. Testimonial is important. I did a separate video on how to use testimonial on your website to build trust. If you would like to watch that video, links would be in the comment for you to check that video out, where I shows you how to use testimonial in a strategic way to build trust with people and help many people to turn visitors into paying clients. Because trust is a factor that help people click the button on your website. But if that trust features are not there, they will leave. And the safest button to click on a website is the back button. And that is the last button you want people to actually click when they come to your website. You want people to stay a bit longer on your website. You want people to act on the things you want them to ask. So trust does play a role, but it goes beyond using testimonial. There are many other features you could use. So I will link to that video where I go into more details on what role trust actually play in helping you turn visitors into paying clients. Now, question number 5 is, what is the best way to fix your website and start turning visitors into paying clients? The shortest answer is There's no quickest way. What then should you be doing? The best way to start is to first identify what is missing on your website, what is working and what is not working. That is the first place to start. And when you do that, it helps you identify what next you should optimize. Should you be optimizing the above section or the middle section of your page or the footer or the call to action? You need to first identify the problem in order for you to fix it. How then do you identify the problem before you actually fix it? Especially when tech may not be your best friend. I got you. All right. I created the website attraction quiz specifically for you. It's to help you find the visibility gaps that is missing on your website. It helps you identify where the clarity it need improving and help you convert visitor into paying client. And it's designed for you to do it within 60 seconds. You could do it, take the quiz while you're boiling the kettle for tea or coffee, or while you're waiting at the bus stop or for the train station. The website attraction quiz is designed to help you take away the guesswork and give you a structured answer to why your website is not turning visitors to paying client. And the best part of this quiz is that I actually give you personalized recommendation based on the answer to your question. Okay, so the result is designed for you. So click the link in the comment to take your website attraction quiz to help you identify the gaps their website is having and show you where the clarity is missing and what you need to do to turn visitor into paying client. If you also want me to help you fix this problem for you, you can book website clarity call. But first, identify the problem before thinking about how best you can fix this. Okay. If you find this video helpful, do me one huge favor. Share this video with your best friends and help as many people as possible to identify one, how they could create a website that converts, to how they can turn the existing website visitor they already got into paying clients. And whatever you are doing today, keep the dream of your website alive, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.